Hello, my name is Megan and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be talking about how to make fire cider. Fire cider was originally coined by the herbalist Rosemary Gladstone back in the late 70s and 80s. This is actually the first thing that I learned how to make when I started my journey into herbalism. So before I do any cooking, the first thing I like to do is make sure I have a clean kitchen and a clean space. I don't like my counters to be dirty, my floors. I need to make sure that my workspace is clean, all my utensils are clean, my hands are clean, and I also like to cleanse my spirit. This allows me to transition into a different state of mind. Whatever's been going on with me during the day, whatever's going on inside my head, living in the past, living in the future, I want to bring that all to right now and center myself. And the way I like to do that is to use my cedar smudge stick and kind of just, it actually cleans the air. Literally, the smoke cleans the air. And as I breathe it in, I transition myself, I'm cleansing myself and focusing on being in the present moment, focusing all of my intention, all my energy on being in the present moment and doing exactly what is before me. This is a cedar bundle. I harvested my own cedar from trees that my husband's mother planted. I believe it's important to know where you're sourcing your ingredients. And I just love cedar. I love the way it smells. And it's abundant, unlike white sage, which is going extinct. So I get it going real good. And I use this feather that I found on a hike to kind of just clean the space around me. And then I wash my face, my head, my hands with the smoke. And I close my eyes. Breathe in and feel my diaphragm. And breathe out. This is a practice that I usually do in my kitchen in the morning. And I kind of just start the day with it. And the other thing that I like to do is light a candle in remembrance of my ancestors. I've got 2 big juicy red onions here, packed full of antioxidants and antimicrobial properties. Oh God, this table's wobbling. Next, we've got some garlic. Garlic is really good for combating cold and flu. As a side note, it's also good for combating blood pressure and high cholesterol. You don't have to get all the skin off. And what we're going to do, we're not going to chop it, we're just going to give it a good whack to crush it, pop them in. You do want to get most of the skin off. Because it might inhibit the vinegar from penetrating it. Next, we've got jalapenos, high in vitamin A, C, and potassium. They also have cancer cell fighting properties. Remember, when you're cutting your jalapenos, you don't want to remove too much of the seeds and stem because we really want it to pack a punch. We really want to heat that up. The next ingredient I'm adding is ginger. Ginger is good for, as we all know, upset stomachs. It's also loaded with properties that combat heart disease. I was lucky enough to find some fresh turmeric at the grocery store. This isn't always in season, and it can be pretty expensive. This was $7.99 a pound. You can always use ground turmeric in your spice aisle at the grocery store, or just leave it out. But it is a very powerful anti-inflammatory. And when you're sick, it really helps reduce the swelling in your nasal cavities and in your chest. It's beautiful. Lemon for vitamin C. Orange for vitamin C. hibiscus flower, loaded with vitamin C. It's sweet, and it's going to turn my fire cider red. I'm going to use about 1/4 of a cup. I kind of just eyeball it. Maybe a little bit more. And finally, apple cider vinegar. I really like the Bragg apple cider vinegar. This is what happened to be on sale. You can use whatever apple cider vinegar you want. Just make sure that it is unfiltered. Shake the mother around. Just in case all my apple cider doesn't fit in here, I want to make sure it's all good and incorporated. Give it a good shake. I mean, can you see how gorgeous this is with all the colors? I'll hold it up to the light. Okay. All right, here's the finished product. It needs to be stored in a warm, dark place for 6 to 8 weeks, and it needs to be shaken every day, like this. And that's how you make fire cider.
Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you.
So, without any further ado, I am going to open this jar of fire cider that has been fermenting for 8 weeks. And I'm really excited to see how it turned out. So, dun da da da. I put this piece of cheesecloth on to keep the if any vinegar leaks out, to keep it from rusting the ring. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Oh man, that smells good. One thing I'm going to mention to you is when you're making your fire cider, like I said, it's an 8-week fermentation process. So you want to make sure all your ingredients are submerged beneath the apple cider vinegar. And in this batch, I had some stuff poking up, so I just made a weight. Well, I didn't make it, but I repurposed this stoneware lid into a weight to weigh down my ingredients. So I'm just going to pull that out now. And it is stoneware, and so it's not going to react with the vinegar. You want to make sure whatever weight you use is not a reactive material. All right, so I'm going to take my cone-shaped strainer here and put it in my pitcher. Put it up front here for everyone to see. And I'm just going to line it with some cheesecloth to keep the little tiny bits out. I'm going to push it down in there. Okay. I need to pull this a little closer. And you can pick cheesecloth up at any grocery store. It's really easy to find, or online, and my ring keeps getting caught on it. All right. So now I'm gonna slowly pour this in, and I hope I don't spill it all over my feet. Uh-oh. There's the cheesecloth. So there went my cheesecloth. That's okay. That's okay. I'm just gonna pick it up a little bit. Keep going. I want to get all my ingredients in the cheesecloth. Oh, I had a big stick of cinnamon in this batch. We'll just leave that out. Look at all this. Okay. So there's that. And I'm just going to take and push down. I'm going to try and push down, squeeze out all the juice that I can get out. Tie up my cheesecloth here. Give it a really good squeeze, and it's going to continue to strain a little bit. I'm just going to make sure I squeeze all the juice out of the citrus that I put in here. All this good juice out without breaking my pitcher, hopefully. So the next step and final step in our fire cider process is bottling it. So get my funnel here, stick it down in this nifty bottle that I got at the Dollar Tree for $1. They're very handy and I recommend them. And I'm just going to pour this mixture in. And it's beautiful and smooth and no chunks. And this will actually keep in the refrigerator for 24 months. So there you have it. Now I'm going to introduce you to my beautiful sister-in-law, Angie. She's come to try fire cider. Have you had fire cider before?
No.
So we're going to get a real reaction to this now. And there's several different ways that you can use fire cider. I'm going to show you the 3 main ways I use mine. And the first is you can take a shot or a tablespoon every day just to boost your immune system. Just do a little shot there. Okay, it's medicine, so cheers.
Cheers. Oh yeah.
That is powerful.
Angie's Grimace was strong.
Woo. That's. I didn't even take the whole thing.
My ears are on fire.
Yeah.
My ears are on fire. My eyes are watering. If you have a cold, this is gonna knock it out. So the next way that you can use fire cider is in what's called an oxymel. And that's just equal parts of raw unfiltered honey and the fire cider. And what you would want to do is, I'm just gonna make a little bit. Just mix in your honey, maybe a little more honey.
Yeah.
Give it a little stir. And so you're going to want to mix this together and then heat it up to where it's steaming. Because what you're going to want to do is get a nice warm towel, put it around your neck, pull part of it over like a hood. Then put your hot cup, your hot steaming cup up to your face and just breathe it in. Man, that is strong. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That means it's good. So you're just breathing it in and taking little sips. So I think we should do a fire cider challenge. And I've got my husband and my brother filming, and I really think they need to come take a shot of the fire cider.
I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Oh, it's strong.
Cheers to health.
It's potent. I can imagine that clearing me right up if I was feeling some sort of way.
My chest is like warm.
Yes. Absolutely.
Your eyes are watering.
Yep. What does that taste like?
You know, I
It
can't really put my
reminded me of
finger on
like a
it,
spicy pickle juice.
but you know it's really not that bad of an aftertaste either.
No, the aftertaste isn't as bad as the initial go.
Now, it might make my breath stink a little bit, but
Taste the oxymel.
My sinuses are clear.
So, as you can tell from the reactions, this stuff really packs a punch. The last way I'm going to tell you how I use it is as a salad dressing. So, I just take some of my fire cider and olive oil or whatever kind of salad oil you want to use. Mix it up real good and toss it around on some greens.
Tearing out pieces.